Very nice. Alright, and welcome back to another battle replay. This is the Siberian here, and I am playing as the Martha Confederacy against Joelius Cesar, who is commanding the Prussian army, I believe? Russian army. This one was one we did a while ago, and I just hadn't reviewed yet, but it's quite interesting as I bought a whole bunch of these landless rabble with 500 troops a unit, and I just thought I would do a little bit of a bonsai charge to start off the battle. So I also have 2 cavalry units who I believe have firearms, and then my main force is over here with these musketeers who are basically like the Martha's line infantry. Some lancers. My general is an elephant. Right here. Elephant musketeers. So that's a useful unit. And then I have, in the very back, mortars to bombard anybody that comes close. But it looks like battle has engaged. So my horsemen, I had volley into the Russians and then charge in. And meanwhile, the Russian army is forming up, and the landless rabble is charging in. And it might lag here a bit because that's a lot of troops. And they break the cavalry, but these landless rabble just break pretty much on contact. Yep. They get one volley into them and they are falling back. Over on the right flank, they're making a little bit more progress. Oh my. It's a lot of white hats. We'll zoom out a bit. The Russians are counter-charging. And look at that. This is brutal. But the Russian troops are definitely the more professional. And they have artillery support, and they've been firing volleys into my troops as they were approaching. I didn't really think this would work. I just thought it would be interesting to try. And I had the element of being a surprising move. These ones recovered, but I send them back in. But they break before they even reach the enemy. Wavering. They're close. Oh, and the artillery breaks them. The volley from the enemy. And there's my horsemen. Get a volley off at the regiment of horse. Looks like they killed 3 or so. But yeah, the mass rout has begun for the Martha peasants. That's okay. They only cost like 250 gold, so it was piece of cake to fill up my roster with it. And meanwhile, I still have my musketeers forming up. And my artillery firing down on the enemy. But all in all, my troops were pretty shattered. Yeah, I don't think we hardly got any kills. 5, 7, 10. Yeah, not much. We did damage his cavalry with my cavalry, which was good. Well, no, I think those were some wasted troops, but that's okay. Gotta have fun, right? I like there's a bit of wind on this map and it stretches out the smoke. It looks really nice. Artillery is coming in. Meanwhile, my forces are forming up, but the Russians actually took this flank here while I wasn't paying attention. Which I only noticed too late, and he even has a howitzer over here. This is a good move by Joelius, as I was not paying attention. I was fixed by the combat that was going on over here. And only when I saw some smoke did I realize, uh-oh, my troops are getting shot in the back or in the side. And then I sent my artillery to target them and charge these guys forward. I noticed it's Cossack and light infantry, so my best bet is to close to range, as neither of those units are all that great in melee. So I sent 2 units in. This one I have fixed bayonets. Charge. And because I'm so close, these light infantry don't really have a good angle to fire on me. And I'm targeting the howitzer with my mortar, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. We break the Cossacks, and now we charge the light infantry. We quickly break as well, and that leads to the retreat of the howitzers. And because of all that, this activity on the left, I decided to reform my lines a bit. Back to the tree lines. I don't know if I just didn't notice this cavalry or what, but it's about to get a nice rear charge. Now I notice them and form my troops into square. gives us the advantage. Meanwhile, the Cossacks and light infantry have reformed. My troops are still chasing them down. Why I left this unit here was to protect his howitzers, because I knew that they would probably reform and try and sneak up. So I brought a unit up to this hill to prevent his howitzer, these guys, from reforming and reoccupying those artillery pieces. The light infantry is facing the wrong way. He's probably distracted by the combat going on over here. I did manage to sneak this unit of horse around the rear. And now we have caught the light infantry. Now advance into the fray. See who wins this little battle here. Oh, it's close. Come on. Stab him with your bayonet. Oh, you got a good hit on him. Smacked his jaw with the butt of your rifle. Oh, they switched. Oh, I guess he stabbed that guy. The light infantry is trying to fire into us, but too close already to do much. I was trying to get a rear charge on the artillery, but his general came up to meet. So now my horsemen are facing down his general. Generals can actually do quite a bit of damage. The only thing they lack is numbers. This unit was already a little low on numbers because of the previous combat. Now my troops are prepared to fight off the Russians. We drove back the light infantry, who then again reformed, and now we must charge them again. Meanwhile, our horsemen are not doing well. But if I can manage to kill the general, it would have made this worth it. I did break the general, but he's not dead, but my horseman also broke. And the general quickly recovers, unlike my horseman. Meanwhile, I withdrew my musketeers and I was going to sit them below this ridge so that they wouldn't be taking too bad a fire. And I was waiting for the advance of the enemy. So as we wait, let's see. Oh, I think I also snuck a Lancer unit way over here. I was hoping to keep this hidden, wait for his infantry to engage, and rear charge his artillery. And due to the slope of the hill, these guys aren't getting hit too much. But now they're going to charge forward. Hopefully deal with these light infantry once and for all. Meanwhile, we'll kick it into a little bit of gear here. As these guys are going to play chase around the map. My units are moving up to take more of the tree line, prevent the enemy from getting cover from the trees. Meanwhile, I'm advancing these Lancers, hoping to get them in a good position to prepare for a rear charge. Oof, a brutal hit on the Russian line. Absolutely devastating. And another one, look at that. Pretty sure I was aiming for these howitzers, not even the line. And here come my ambush troops who just were discovered, and now they fire a volley, chipping away at this Russian infantry on the tree line. And the Russians break, falling back. Meanwhile, do we finally send off the light infantry? Oh no, they beat our musketeers, who were too exhausted and worn down from chasing them across the map. Ooh, another good hit. Joelius is wisely shifting away from where he knows my strength is. But I see that these howitzers now are kind of exposed. And so I decided to not wait for him to redeploy, but charge forward, fire into his infantry from the rear, hopefully break them. Meanwhile, sending these infantry to take out the howitzers completely. Just trying to catch the artillery, and I just barely managed to catch one of them. This is a good countercharge though. Begin sending more reinforcements that direction. We did manage to break the other one before it could retreat. And I think that also helps us break this Russian infantry. So our little sally forth from the tree line really helped us break that right flank of the Russian force. And here come the Lancers into the fray. Which breaks that remaining resistance there. And now these units are all shaken, hit by artillery. I'm reforming these guys to take on the light infantry and sending forward my lines to take on the remaining Russian forces. Meanwhile, those lances are to prevent any Russian infantry from reforming. Unfortunately, some of these ones did. And I think at this point just numbers will tell against these light infantry, who are down to 94 men facing up against 237. But the Russian forces are by no means done. I think my advantage lies though in my artillery and my remaining Lancer unit, which could play a big role in causing a chain rout. And it looks like we have driven off the light infantry. That's a nice shot. Very nice. They charge in as the final Russian resistance is breaking. There we have it. This is our first match in a long time, so we were both a little rusty. Oh, and there go the elephants. And the elephants are able to do damage even with the square there. That's why I haven't charged in my cavalry. Eventually just charge them in. And there was the game. Look at how many more I deployed just because of those landless rabble. We were playing on medium funds, so that is a kind of actually a decent spot to use them. Overall, my Lancers were probably the best unit I had. Not only killing that many, but also breaking very, very many. Musketeers overall gave better than they got, although this one didn't. Mortars, 94, that's not bad. Not bad at all. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this battle replay. And yeah, I will catch you on the next video. Until then, have a good one. Siberian out.